So okay.
Oh, I was wrong.
No, this is actually
Okay, we're live on Facebook.
Yeah. So I'm actually making welcome and thank you for being here, everybody. I'm making spring rolls today. So in there, I have got garlic and one lemon chili syrups or sugar. I'm going to ask Eugene to stir it, see if he can actually be a stirrer for me. And to make normally, with this one here, I'm just making the dipping sauce at the moment.
So we're up to spring rolls tonight.
Yes, we're actually making spring rolls tonight, but I'm just baking.
And not the fresh ones, the cooked ones.
The cooked
just
one.
like, the crunchy ones you get at the restaurant.
That's right. That's right.
But homemade. I can't remember ever having homemade crunchy cooked spring rolls.
Much, much better. You can we can freeze them. You can put them in the freezer and you can actually take them down as much as you can. This day, the spring rolls that you get from the restaurants or cafe, they come all the way from China or Thailand or somewhere else. They're packaging beautifully, and the restaurant, if you actually able to go to the back of the restaurants and get into the skipping, you will see the packaging, because it's taking time to roll, and people just don't want to spend those times in there.
Right.
So with the coriander, this one here, we're not throwing away. I am competing the dipping sauce. Now, making fresh spring rolls, it's very, 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 not sorry, fresh spring roll, making spring roll fresh from yourself, it's very easy. So Eugene, you're going to stir that one in again for me?
Yeah, sure.
And then that one's done. Now, with the coriander, like I said, you can actually use the sticks in here. The leaf, you can actually save it for something else. Yeah. So if you don't like coriander, you can actually use...
Right one.
If you
Here we are, cooking up a storm in Blacktown.
Thank you for joining us. So doesn't matter where you start from, you can always start somewhere. Thinking about it is one thing, but actually putting your hands in it and make it happen is another thing. So one pick at a time. I'm just picking off the coriander ends, so you can actually throw them in the mixtures of the spring rolls.
Okay. Coriander in the spring roll. It's like... All
right, maybe Eugene can...
some people really...
so you can get the stick for me, please.
Don't like the coriander taste, right?
Yeah, that's right. Some people don't like it. You can actually use the spring onion, or you can use leaves. So I'm cutting them up small. The leaf, put it in the back. Just give me the sticks. Yes. Yeah. And when you cut it,
don't be scared when Ling is cutting, but not looking at what she's cutting. She's...
Yeah, I've seen Ling do a lot of cutting. Very good.
But you haven't seen...
I've never seen Ling cut herself once.
Thank you.
It's like a cooking class with Infinite. Hey Sam.
Oh, Sam's is actually on. Thank you, Sam.
Hi, we're live.
Hi.
Are you going to join in or?
Oh, sure, you guys on there. Sorry. Yeah, just use the same link as last.
Yeah. All good. Great.
Thanks, Tom.
Ciao.
All right.
Okay, we're back.
So we actually have coriander in there. Making spring roll, there's so many different ways to make them. The Vietnamese way, they will use the steam or cooked mung beans. You throw that in there, and you use the bean sprout.
Bean sprouts? Are they mung bean sprouts?
Yeah, there's actually mung bean sprout. And also, if you have the what you call that one? The
Rice noodle.
The vermicelli. It's actually, if you have vermicelli, then you put the vermicelli in there. If you don't have vermicelli, you just don't cook them, just the rice, the rice noodle by itself like that. You throw that one in. That one I'm going to use, save them for wrapping in a minute. Now, I happen to have got some beans sitting in the fridge. So I'm going to use the beans. Whatever you can buy and then you like to eat. This is, by the way, we are in Australia. We actually make them in the fusion way. When I was growing up, traditionally, my mother, she actually was growing up in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they actually use the mung bean, they use the bean sprout, they use spring onion, and of course, back then, it was not vegetarian. You put meat in there and you crack eggs in there as well. And you put carrots in there. And then you just, and onion as well. You chop the onions in there and that's it. Pepper and fish sauce, throw them in there and then you wrap them up. But this is fusion. I use beans that I have got sitting in the fridge. And also looking at what actually I need as well for my body. And I throw that one in. And I won't use any egg because Eugene just right here standing next to me. So just having respect. So you can actually hear when you cut and when you cook mindfully, you don't have to hurry at all because time does not exist. You just listen and listen and listen deeply to your feelings, connecting deeply to the food that you're preparing. So you can actually hear the onions is very happy. It's much better if you can actually cook your own. We were talking about, having Uber Eat. It's so convenient, right? You just pick up your phone and you don't have to start the fire. You save the energy, you save your time and everything. But believe me, it's much more satisfying when you get to cut your own vegetables, preparing your own food, your own meal. You don't have to think about as a chore or a job. Think it as a creation. It's an art. It's a creativity where you do meditation and the creative just flows.
Hi, Farida. Welcome to the cooking class.
We are doing spring rolls today and we can freeze them. And whenever we need, we can just bring them out. And straight away, we don't have to throw them. We just put them in the, I'm not going to fry them, by the way, because I don't like deep fly. I am going to...
Here's the lush-looking spring roll mix.
So there's onion.
It's all veg, right? So
and mushrooms and beans. You can use the rice noodles or vermicelli. And there's bean sprout. And underneath there, it's the mung bean, the steamed mung bean. Easily, yeah. So with the sweet potato, this magic chew is very good. If you want it long way, you just actually do it long like that. But we're going to have it a short way. So I'm going to ask you, Jean.
This is the julienne scraper.
Just grab it
Peeler.
this way.
Okay.
And just mix it in. There we go.
Yeah. You don't have to do it that fast either. You can just
what's your
I
own.
don't do it that fast because I'm making sure I look after my fingers.
All right.
Yeah. So you do a little bit more. Look at the colors, so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful.
No, it's
Yeah.
purple.
So with the in cooking, as you're actually doing it, you're also enjoying curating and it's not just your smell, the set of smell. You also actually creating different shape. You can see there, so beautiful. I really like it. It's really an enjoyment. So people who actually eat out or order, they really miss out on having fun playing with food. Look at the colors and look at the shapes there.
Yeah.
And next one, I'm going to put the carrots in there. Okay.
Yeah, so these are going to be
I'm going
oven,
to
oven baked
ask-
rather than fried, right?
That's right.
Because in the
Right.
restaurant,
I'm going to put soy sauce in here. I'm not going to use salt today. I'm just use soy
it's
sauce.
plenty salty.
And I'm going to use pepper. Going to put lots of peppers in here, 2 tablespoons of pepper that I've actually grated myself.
2 dessert spoons, I think.
Yeah.
Or a dessert spoon, actually. 2 teaspoons.
And with the spring roll, you can spring roll skin, you can get them in different sizes. This is actually the medium size. You can get a big one, you can get a small one, or you can get the medium one. They also actually have come in with egg or without egg. So this one is actually without egg. So and make sure you do not actually take them outside and leave them out, because it will dry out. Once it actually dries out, they become crunchy. There's no use.
And you got these at the Asian shop.
Yes, you can get them from Coles or Woolworths as well. Yeah, so they're
Are they
also
frozen or
they're frozen in the frozen department.
frozen farm?
Yeah. Or you can actually use the Vietnamese, the rice paper rolls. They also is actually very useful as well. Now, earlier I was mentioning, they are, the Chinese for mainland spring rolls is different to the Hong Kongese spring rolls. And the Hong Kong people, they make spring rolls is very different to the Vietnamese way of making them. Malaysian, they make it differently. The Thai people, they make it a little bit differently. Don't worry about that. And here I'm actually creating my own versions. As you can actually see, there are only vegetables in here. And smells beautiful already. Would you agree, Eugene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could add lots of other things. You could put some tofu in there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can put tofu in there. You can actually put the
like the soy nuggets. Or
the
something
soy
like that.
nugget or some things like that in there.
Yeah, would you put like already cooked tofu or straight from the packet?
You can actually do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do both, but not the soft one though. I would use the firm one. Yeah. Yeah. So you can actually see there, the colors is so beautiful. I'm going to start wrapping as actually Eugene is doing it. You can actually put them in there. So when you actually pull them out, like I said earlier, you make sure that you either get a towel. They're like this. You peel them out. There's 1 and 2. Normally they're actually coming in, sticking together. And this is actually 2 in 1. So
okay.
you will feel that you know that it's actually 2 in 1 or not. So you don't leave them there like that. You close them up and you get a towel, a damp towel, and you covered it up.
Okay.
Stop it from
Seriously
drying.
Keeps the drying at bay.
Yeah, and you put them here in the triangle, in the shape where you have the pointing bit towards you. Dish here, and I'm going to pour the oil into here. Have plenty of oils in there.
Yeah, what oil?
I use Australian. I always buy Australian whenever I can. Thank you so much for the questions, Eugene. And buy no point to buy oil from overseas.
There you go. So wrap over the top, tuck it in.
Tuck it in.
Couple of rolls.
Tuck it in.
Tuck in the sides.
And roll it away from you.
Roll away from you, yeah.
And with the opening bit there, you need some water. Normally we will use egg white, but you can use water to actually close it. So you just have to dip your hands in water and you just close that one up. And when you place it, you just have this end there, bottom bit like that. Another thing that you can also do.
So you put the closed bit right at the bottom, on the bottom.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually open up. So the same thing here, you put that right in the middle and you pick up
Hello
one
there,
end
Jeff.
and you place it over,
Yummy, yummy's the
Yeah.
word.
push it back, apply pressure, you roll it away from you and you grab this side here, you roll it in, tuck it in, you roll that butt bit in, you roll it in, and make sure this one is actually smaller than this one. So just roll it
More
away
on the
from
sides
you,
than the
small
rock.
on the side. Yeah,
Bit of water.
water at the end, and again you got
Yes.
another one. I'm going to add sesame oils in here. Oh my goodness, that's too much, but that's okay. Now, if you actually come to my cooking workshops, you can size in. You can actually, if you're in Sydney, you can actually come in person, like Eugene right here. I would be really appreciated if you can actually register and zoom in my next class. So, once again, Eugene, can you tell us what actually, what is it that make you keep coming back to my cooking classes?
Many things. Yeah,
Right.
it's a very kind of always like nice and enjoyable to be around Ling, and also get to actually learn the practical things. Actually, kind of Ling is always good in kind of letting me actually try to do things with my hands, and then also you can't really smell and taste all the delicious food via Zoom.
Yeah, right.
Eugene's always enjoyed it. It's always wonderful to have him because when he eats, it's so beautiful that he really enjoyed the food. He's not what do you call them? What do you call those people who actually like a fussy eater?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
5-year-old.
He's not a 5-year-old fussy eater, and he doesn't actually complain about this and that. He actually enjoyed it, and that's really a joy to actually to see that somebody enjoying the food. Yeah.
So we'll end the live stream at the moment because we've done just about everything that you need to see to get this underway, and obviously the rolls are going to go in the oven. How long might you leave them in there, Ling?
Oh, I'm not telling until you actually, that's a secret.
Right. Okay.
You have to come and you have to try it for yourself. And if you come to the next one, really, Jesus, I'll tell you how long I'll put it in there for. Ciao for now. And make sure that you actually keep them tight because you do not want any airs in there. You want it tight. So when it's nothing like eating the spring roll that there's lots of air in there. It doesn't taste. If you happen to actually to rip it like this, like what I have done here, you don't throw them away. You just put them on the sides. See, that one's a rib one. You just put them inside bit there. Can you see the rib one?
Oh yeah.
You just covered it up.
Yeah. Never.
And you just roll them over. You cannot tell that it actually was rib.
Yeah.
I'm really excited actually because after when this one is actually cooked, we are not going to chew on it just like this. We're going to do it Laos way, or the Vietnamese way, where we have got the if Tom can show those fresh herb that I got all from the garden.
Oh wow.
And the dipping sauce, we're going to wrap them all up and we're going to eat them with the
Fresh from the garden.
Fresh from the garden vegetables.
Not bad, huh?
Wow.
Yes, with
Yes,
the
we've
dipping
got
sauce.
the purple perilla, very tasty. Some mint and dandelion leaves, and I guess there's a few other things in there as well.
That how long do we actually put them in the oven? So we basically actually put them really, I don't know why people actually really wanted to know how long and everything. If we actually learn to be present and sensing and live for the moment, we just see if it's actually brown and crunchy, that's when it is done. But if you really, really, really wanted to know, then I can tell you that it will take about 20 minutes at the, normally I use the temperatures of 200. So that one is actually there. And I'm going to pop them into the oven. And 20 minutes, it will be done. It's very, very, very different. And that's the beauty of making it yourself. So with the machine, the one that you bought from the shop, or you get them from the restaurant, if they all look perfectly the same, you know they're machine made.
Yeah, right. Which is all very well, but nonetheless, the quality of the human hand is quite a nice thing.
It's a very nice thing to be able to actually to feel it. What do we do with the leftover? It's always a question, right? So you first thing, like I said earlier, do not let it dries out, because once it dries out, it should become useless. Second thing is that you can always wrap them up and put them back into the freezer. Third thing is that you can have this one here. You can actually have cheese in here, and you can wrap it in cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah. Or you can actually have banana. If I have got banana right here,
wow,
you can actually wrap the banana in
banana spring roll.
Yes, banana spring roll. So you can actually make a sweet one. You just cut it in that size.
Okay.
Cut them in half.
So we end up with a slither.
You know, you can actually cut this in half as well. So you don't have to use the whole sheet. You can cut them in half.
Spring
There
roll
we go.
surgery.
And same thing, you start from here. You put this one here. You wrap them in like this.
My, oh my.
And you roll them in like that. And you press it in like this. And you just roll them. Same thing, put some water at the end. There you go, you have got your cheese spring rolls. Once again, turn it this way, you tighten it up, you wrap the side in, you fold the side bit in, and you roll it away from you. Wet it at the end, and here you have got up, wet them a little bit more. You must close that bit up there. So you have got a cheese sticks.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Now with this one here, if you do not want it to actually to wrap them and you feel tired of wrapping, you can just leave them there and you can cook them as well, or as it is, you can freeze it. Here I have got this dipping sauce. Here I'm going to cut up the cucumbers and the lettuce will actually goes in there. So I'm going to put that one in the in the bowl and freeze them up. If I'm not, yeah, okay. What do we do with the leftover? We put them in the containers and put the lids on, and we put them in the fridge. And then you get this recycling bag that you don't have to throw them away with the zip bag if you can.
Oh, it's a Sun Moon Lake black tea bags all the way from Taiwan.
All the way from Taiwan.
Awesome.
We want to extend life. So we pop that one in, mushroom, yeah. And we make sure that, you know, like it's airtight. We close it up. And then we pop this one into the freezer.
The grand opening of the
Eugene, don't step back.
spring rolls.
You can see that
Brown
it's
and
actually
everything, eh?
brown and everything, and also crunchy as well.
So you're turning them for the first time here?
This is the second time that I turn, and that's it, I'm done. So this is actually a done product. You can see that they're quite crunchy. Some of them is, you know, one thing that I would have, you can look at the cheese. One thing I would have done is that I would not stack them onto each other too closely, because when they're close to each other, they stick to each other and they rip. By the way, I do not do deep fry in my cooking. I either oven bake or shallow fry or have them steam, and then we're going to eat them.
Cut them in pieces.
With the
We wrap them in the salad.
yeah, we're going to wrap them in the salad. I'll show you in a minute.
Oh, this is wow.
Yes.
Oh, I've never had spring rolls.
Ah, Yeah, Eugene never had a spring roll like that. I'd like to actually to hear what he thinks.
I don't think Tom has either.
Oh, you haven't had that as well, Thomas. Wow.
Wow,
Cut up spring rolls, yeah. Wrapped in salad.
The
That's
Vietnamese
in the
also will
Peru.
do that as well.
Okay.
So in Laos, this is what we use. We eat. We never ever, when I was growing up, my mother never actually give us a spring roll like in Australia when I came to Australia. And I go, why these people actually eat spring rolls like that? You get your lettuce and then you can small or large, whatever it is, and you can put whatever you like. You know, you can put some, this is all from the garden, by the way, and some mince, whatever it is that you want. There's a different type of perilla. There's a green one. And also, you know, the go-to cola. I don't really eat, I'm a vegetarian, but I don't like greens. But this one is okay, I can actually eat. And cucumber that I love.
You got butter there too, right?
Yeah. And apples.
Oh, a bit of cucumber and apple. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
You're going gangbusters here.
And I pick one piece up.
Ta-da.
In Laos also, we will actually have the noodles here as well.
Wow.
The cooked noodles.
And piece de resistance.
Yeah. And I haven't tried this one.
Small
It's
amount.
going to be
wow.
hot.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ling's going for it.
So you put this one in there.
Down the hatch. Not bad.